Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Mystic Heart Healing. I am the Melissa half of the dynamic duo, and tonight we will be discussing the summer solstice. Excuse me. My hair has got a mind of its own today. We're going to wait a few moments here until people show up. I don't know where you are at, but it has been a rainy day here. Nothing worse than a rainy Monday. But all in all, it has been a good day. We'll start with a few announcements here. Tonight I am discussing the lore and magic of the summer solstice, also known as Letha. On the 18th, which is Wednesday night, Shawnee will be discussing, well, not discussing, but she will be reading a children's story for the season with us. I'm not sure what story it's going to be. I forgot to check because it's also Monday. And next week, we will be discussing using plants in your magic. Little tips, hi Brian, little tricks, and a whole lot of fun knowledge. So that is next week's plan. If you'd like more information on the topics we discussed, you can visit us at www.mystichearthealing.com. Heart as in H-A-R-T, and I'm sure Brian or Shawnee, when she shows up, will put the link there. We have our blog on the webpage that gives you all types of fun information and articles that we have written about the topics we discuss. We also have information on services we provide, from Reiki sessions to ministry services like weddings and baby blessings, to divination services. So check it out. We also have Shawnee's health blog on there, and she has a group here on Facebook. If you're interested, let us know. We also have a group on Facebook here for our all genders retreat, Spirits of the Woods. Everybody is welcome as long as you're at least 18 years of age. This year's theme is Tree of Life, as above, so below. And all of the rituals, workshops, and everything, or at least most of them, will be focused around that topic. We should have some major news to announce next week. Thank you, Brian. With regards to the retreat, and we will soon be taking registrations. This is a sleepaway camp. It runs from Friday to Saturday on the last weekend in September, and we hosted at a retreat center in Mechanicsburg. Beautiful facility. It's rustic, but not overly rustic if you're not an outdoors enthusiast. Your cost will include a place to stay, like a bunk. You will be sharing rooms, or a tent, a place to put up your tent if you wish, and if you wish to stay outside. All of the rituals, all of the workshops, breakfast both days, Saturday and Sunday mornings. We do potluck lunch and potluck dinner, and usually just everybody brings something along to share. It is really fun. All your craft supplies are included. There are activities in the evening if you wish. All you need to do is be 18 years old, and everybody is welcome. Shawnee and I have done many women's retreats. Hi, Shawnee! And we wanted to bring that sense of community and just energy to anybody who does not feel comfortable at a women's retreat. So we tried to open it up to anybody, any gender. And like I said, we should have some major breaking news on it next week. In other news, we went and did something. We now officially have a TikTok. It is mystic.heart.healing. Heart as in H-A-R-T. We don't have much up yet. Shawnee has some wonderful garden tours though, and advice on how to dry calendula. So check it out. We will be adding to it. And we're really excited. We have a TikTok. And with that, on to tonight's topic. We're discussing the summer solstice. Okay, envision this. It's a beautiful summer day in the local park. A group of people with their children are all over a little out of the way so they're not bothering anybody, just enjoying the day. Bright tablecloths cover the 3 close together picnic tables they are occupying. Laughter fills the air occasionally, and after the meal is done, the sound of drumming carries through the air. At the center of the one table are candles surrounded by sunflowers and shiny yellow crystals. It's midsummers, and this pagan family is celebrating the day in the park with a little bit of magic and ritual. The summer solstice is the day of the year with the most hours of daylight and the least hours of nighttime. Our European ancestors kept track of things like this. It was important for planting schedules and harvest schedules, and it was considered a monumentous occasion. This day of sunshine also coincided around the time that the first fruits and vegetables were ready to harvest. To celebrate this first harvest, communities would gather. We don't know exactly what they did. We know that our Celtic, Germanic, and Scandinavian ancestors did celebrate the solstice. In fact, even though the earliest records we have of these celebrations is from the early Middle Ages. We do know that sun worship existed in southern Germany as far back as the Iron Age, say around 58 to 79 BCE, and are believed to have come to the region when Roman soldiers settled in it. We have carvings of this time that show people worshiping the sun, but it is unknown if they were celebrating the summer solstice or just having a sun party. But it's important to realize that solar worship had come at that point. Before 930 CE, pagan summer festivals did not have a fixed date, but were often around the date of the longest day of the year, longest day of sunlight in the year, and around also the times that the first fruits and vegetables became available for harvest. It was an end to the lean times. In parts of Viking Scandinavia, this was around the time that the sailors would also return from their first voyages, their spring voyages. So there were a lot of reasons around this time of year to have a party, and communities would gather and hold sambles, which were filled with feasting and singing. In the late 10th century, Norwegian King Olaf Tryggvason made the date of the Christian feast of St. John's Eve be on the calendar around the same time as the pagan festival of Midsummers. Olaf Tryggvason was one of the early Christian Norse rulers. And he tried to make the pagan festivals line up a little bit with the Christian festivals. It made it easier for the people. In the early days, both pagans and Christians would celebrate together and raise a glass and toast to each other. Let it also be noted that the only evidence of a midsummer's human sacrifice comes from this time. King Olaf Tryggvarsson, son, I cannot say that name, King Olaf, was leading an army with the purpose of converting the pagans in his land to the religion of Christianity. In the city of Trondheim, he spoke to the leaders of his rivals and offered them a midsummer's blot, a midsummer's ritual and celebration. The conditions for this blot was that one pagan nobleman would be sacrificed daily until the city converted to Christianity. There is great debate on whether this story is true or not. However, the city of Trondheim was converted around this time. Oop, not the button I wanted to push. There. It was glaringly blue. So no, we don't know if they did human sacrifice. The Wicker Man may be just a myth. Due to growing attempts to make pagan midsummer traditions outlawed, the Morris dances were developed and rose in popularity in the 1600s. The traditional British folk dance began as a way for the locals to celebrate their pagan traditions safely. Through dance, Morris dancing was so hated by the Puritans for being pagan in origin that they tried to outlaw it, or at least vilify it, because of the Puritan backlash. I'm trying to find one that doesn't wash me out. I guess we're stuck with this. Because of the Puritan backlash, Morris dancing went out of style for a while, but was later revived and is still practiced in parts of England and Wales to this day. You can find videos like on TikTok and YouTube and all that of people Morris dancing. So what is it? The summer solstice is a time to celebrate abundance. Rededicate yourself to your path, take nature walks, and focus on the bounty you wish to come into your life. Much of what modern neo-pagans do at the summer solstice celebrations are recreations of what we believe our ancestors did. Midsummers is a moment to catch your breath between the rush of planting and then the rush of harvesting. This is a day to relax, assess your hard work, and think about what you want to harvest in the coming months. There are a lot of traditions celebrating regarding midsummers that come from Scandinavia. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland. Things like wearing flower crowns, dressing as a green man. That one is both a little bit Scandinavian and a little bit British Isles. And ending feasts with strawberry cake. Also wearing flowy light-colored dresses. Other Scandinavian festivities of the day include singing, dancing, lighting bonfires, drinking mead, and collecting flowers. It sounds like a lot of fun to me. From the Celtic lands, we get traditions like staying up all night to see the solstice sunrise. I have never been able to do this. It's usually right before sunrise that I fall asleep. Dancing outdoors to scare away the evil, and doing love divinations. A common practice is to place a fresh picked flower under your pillow so that you can dream of your love. Bonfires are also a popular tradition. And depending on where you live, a small campfire or a little fire might be more appropriate. By all means, if you live in an area under a fire watch, do not have a bonfire. Do not have any open flames outside. You don't want to be the witch known for burning down the forest. Just saying. And lastly, the British Isles gave us the midsummer battle of the Oak King and the Holly King. According to legend and belief, the Oak King rules the light half of the year, and the Holly King rules the dark half of the year. The battle is held every year at midsummers and midwinter for the crown to control the next half of the year. When the Oak King dies, the hours of daylight become shorter, and when the Holly King dies, the hours of daylight become longer. Many Wiccans and pagan groups will hold a mock battle for the solstice, where the Oak and Holly Kings battle it out for the crown. Some of those, and it's a fun thing, even if you don't believe, this guy rules this half of the year. It's a nice way to mark the holiday, and it's also a lot of fun. And if you can't have fun, let's see. I lost my place. Give me a second here. Okay. Some of the mock battles that the coven I belong to have done include a water gun fight, a battle using quarterstaves. Several times there have been sword fights, a thumb war, a slightly rigged Yule trivia contest, how to make sure the right guy won, and a great battle with foam swords. Or if it's carnival season and you hit it right, you can get those plastic blow-up swords. They're also fun. We've done sparkle wands, like the little batons. And my coven has a few simple rules about the battle. First one is have fun. If you are not having fun with this, then rethink what you're doing. 2, don't get hurt. You do not want to have to explain to the paramedics or the ER how so-and-so got stabbed by a sword or ended up with Skittles up their nose they can't get out. Just saying. Don't break the law. I think one of my favorite sword fights was we were doing it in the city in front of someone's house, and the police came by and we were all tucking the swords behind our back going, nope, we're not doing anything, there's no weapons here. That was a long time ago. I think that was close to 2000. And the last rule is Holly wins in the summer and Oak wins at Yule. And it's just have fun with it. This is a holiday for fun. My coven tries their best to be outdoors for the summer solstice. We've done picnics at local parks, pool parties, cookouts at someone's home, a luau once, and hikes in the woods. There are no hard and fast rules on how to properly celebrate the summer solstice. Just enjoy the day and have fun. And may your midsummers be blessed and your harvests be bountiful. For those of you who like the correspondence of the day, it is also known as midsummer, summer solstice, and Litha, L-I-T-H-A. Its sacred element is fire. It is a fire festival. I mean, it is honoring the biggest ball of fire we have in our galaxy. You can decorate your altar with candles, fairies, flowers, flower crowns, fruit, herbs, honey, rosemary smoke bundles, seashells. It's also a great holiday to go to the beach. Flower crowns can be real flowers, or this is just silk flowers. And I have a piece of back of glue that I missed. I am a big fan of crowns and flower crowns, so. Intentions for the day. Building community. Celebrating abundance. It is a great time for fairies. Yes, solar system, not galaxy. Thank you. I was thinking a little too big. Doing healing work. Doing personal growth work. Protection spells. It's a great time to reset your wards. Rededicate yourself to your path. It's repair relationships. Do a self-love ritual. Some of the deities of the day include Anye, Aphrodite, Apollo, Ares, Artemis, Astarte, Athena, Bast, Bridget, Dagda, Danu, Flora, obviously, Freya, the Green Man, Gwydion, Habendea, Hathor, Helios, the Holly King, Ishtar, Isis, Juna, Kali, Lu, the Muses, the Oak King, Osiris, Ra, Sol, Venus, and Zeus. If they are a solar deity, this is their holiday. Some of the plants and herbs you can use for the day include basil, calendula, carnation, chamomile, cinquefoil, daisy, dandelion, elder, fennel, fern, honeysuckle, jasmine, lavender, lily, mugwort, oak, pine, red clover, rose, rue, sandalwood, vervain, wild carrot, and yarrow. I think Shoni has most of these growing in her garden. The colors for the day. If you have to work or you can't go out and celebrate, you might want to wear the colors of the day to add a little festive touch to your day. And those include blue, green, gold, orange, yellow, fire colors. A note going back to the plants, anything that is in bloom is fair game. Crystals you can decorate your altar with or wear for that day. Amber, amethyst, citrine, diamond, emerald, jade, lapis lazuli, malachite, opal, pearl, quartz, sunstone, tiger's eye, topaz, any bright, fiery, sun-colored crystals. Please be aware that if you have a crystal that is, that fades in sunlight, you may not want to leave it on your midsummer's altar for very long. This is when sun is at its peak. Incense you can burn for the day include things like cedar, cinnamon, frankincense, lavender, lemon, mint, myrrh, orange or any citrus, pine, rose, sage, and saffron. And for those of you who are planning on a picnic or a feast, think of things like ale and mead are big that day. Mead particularly because it is a honey product. Things like apricots, blackberries, blueberries, cheeses, cherries, chicken, eggs. This is about the point where chickens are really laying their eggs now. Fruit, herbed breads, any herbs, honeys, honey cakes, lemonade makes a great ale for ritual, for like the cakes and ale, the ritual feast, the breaking bread part. Melons, watermelons are starting to get good now. Pastries, the little pies that you can pick up and eat. Peaches, strawberries, strawberry cake, obviously. Sunflower seeds, sun tea, vegetables, whipped cream, and anything that is in season right now is fair game. And that is just a little overview of this holiday. Again, have fun. Don't break the law. And may your blessings be bountiful. I think that is everything. Like I said, Wednesday night, Shawnee will be doing story time with us. It is an all ages story time. If you can't make the live, it will be on our page. By the way, thank you for last week. We had both had issues that we needed taken care of, and we missed a week. Next week, watch for Spirits of the Woods news. We are doing a retreat meeting, and we'll have big announcements to make. Yay! I look forward to retreat every year. Remember, we now have a TikTok. It is at mystic.heart, H-A-R-T, .healing on TikTok. Come check us out. Check out Shawnee's garden tour. I will be posting some videos soon. I just have not had the time to get to them because work. Also check out our webpage, www.mystichearthealing.com. And that is everything. Have a wonderful solstice. Blessed be. Go forth and be the sunshine. Good night, everybody.